Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Showtimedr. So, a couple of you have been asking me what games I'm looking forward to this year as far as gacha games go. I'd like to share with you guys a couple trailers here just to show you the ones I'm interested in. So, let's get started. This first one is the Shining Beyond trailer. For those of you guys that remember Shining Force, the old Sega games, and Shining in Darkness, which is one of my favorite games. This is apparently from those developers, and this is the game I'm most excited about this year, as far as games that are left to come out still. It says, first quarter of this year, so, you know, March, at latest, supposedly, we'll see. So, but that system right there looks great, a good gearing system. And then it's a job tree, you know, all the good classic stuff that you like from your RPGs. Costume scares me a bit. I hope it's not like, you know, skills and stuff that affects stats too much. Not sure about the story. It's kind of a King's Raid style, you could see it there. I wasn't too much into King's Raid, but the cool thing I've heard about this game, though, is you can auto or manual as much as you want, and there are dungeons that you can take up to 2 of your friends with, 4-party teams, so up to 12 people, running on auto all night, like overnight. That's pretty freaking cool. I think that's awesome for farming. So, you know, this will be some people's flavor of tea, some people it won't, but this is probably one I'm going to get into, and if the gearing system and the UI and the combat and all that isn't horrible, then I'll probably like this one. Shining in Darkness is one of my favorite games of all time, so... And then this is the next one. Now, this might end up scratching the Epic 7 itch. So this is kind of, you see like the 3D here. This is a game called Overhit, by the way. So it's got pretty good graphics. Here's your typical, you know, run-around system. Little bit of gear stuff. And then this is like this wonky story where this girl and this guy in a mech with an afro get in an argument. So I have no idea what's going on here. But anyways, so we'll get to the combat. Let's see. And let me know what you think about the combat. So I've heard this game's really good. I'm not sure. All the graphics that I see look incredible for it. And like the stuff I've seen on the gear system looks cool. And the combat looks fine right here. It's just a matter of, you know, it's the same thing with every gacha. Is it going to make sense? Or the dev's going to be too greedy? Is content going to be okay? Etc. We'll see how that goes. And I'm not sure when this is releasing. I just know it's supposed to be this year. That looks pretty good. Unfortunately, this is the most interesting thing, because I tried to find a gameplay trailer of this, because you could see the, you know, the cinematic trailer, but it doesn't really tell you much about the game, just the characters. But yeah, this looks to be a little bit more like how Knights Chronicle combat was. You know, standing. A lot more complicated, though, which is cool. Or at least it looks like it's more complicated, who knows. That's funny, the way he wields his sword. He kind of looks like Illidan when he's doing it at first, but then it's like a normal sword. And anyways, the whole rest of this is just them bitching at each other. So... And let's see, eventually it'll do like the game over screen. Or the fight over screen. Here it is. So there you go, you know, your typical 3-star stuff, get currency. Now the last one I am on the fence about. This one is Project Babel. Now, Project Babel, I don't know enough about it to judge it one way or another yet, but... it has potential, so we'll see. I'll show you guys what I see. This is like, first it'll start with the cinematic. Then it'll do a little bit of the gameplay, and then I think it goes back to the cinematic. It's kind of an interesting concept, though, for those who don't know. The Tower of Babel, it's one of the old Bible stories, and who knows, maybe even before that. It's where, in the Bible, God divides all the languages so that people won't be able to understand each other. And so this looks like it's kind of a similar theme. There's a little bit more of the end game. And they're apparently introducing us to all the characters. But it's looking like it's like a travel path. Still looks like an RPG though, so there's like turn-based. As far as I can tell, these graphics are pretty. Design's really pretty. It's just, when I see something like this, my issue is always, well, it's all pretty, but is your UI good? Is your upgrade system good, you know? Is it easier to get weapons, etc.? But, you know, they don't show us a whole lot there, but it's just the way it is. There's not that much out for this game yet. Does it have any more? I think it just replays. That's funny. Well, whatever, I'll let it go. But yeah, those are the three I'm looking forward to. So if you guys got any you're looking forward to, let me know. Maybe I'll check it out in the peripheral and see if it'd be something I'd be into. But Shining Beyond, I'm definitely going to go for. Overhit, we'll see. Project Babel, we'll see. Bigger asterisks than Overhit. Because I only got so much time to play. And I'm already, like right now, with just a couple gachas, I got like spare time to myself after I'm done working, helping my aunt out, and, you know, making videos and stuff. I got like 3 hours to myself nowadays, and it's kind of rough on me, but such is life. Such is life, so. I don't know, and then also, if anyone knows anything about these games, like you actually play it on the, you know, the Japanese or whatever server, yeah, let me know what you think. I'd be interested. Yeah, apparently that's pretty much it. Anyways, so that'll be it for this, guys. So I'm hoping get some more interesting stuff. Between Langrisser and Epic 7, I'm pretty much, you know, spoken for right now. There was a guy that asked me in one of my other videos, I think it was my Epic 7, the last patch review, which game do I enjoy more, Langrisser or Epic 7? Well, they both scratch different itches for me, honestly. I haven't played a tactical game in a long time. So that's what Langrisser's doing right now. Part of it's the new game, Shine. But I really do think that they made an incredible game. Like, the upgrade system, the interaction, the rock, paper, scissors stuff, the variety of dungeons. It's not the same dungeons all the time. It's just, it's a very well-made game, and the little itty-bitty things I can bitch about it for, I don't even bother most of the time, because the game just makes so much sense, top to bottom, on the way it is. Epic 7, I will always be a fan of, like, the way that JRPGs are. Fell in love with them ever since I used to play original Final Fantasy, etc. back in the day. So, Epic 7's the one I'm currently doing the most right now, and I do have issues with Epic 7, but the issues mostly stem from, like, what's the easiest way to say this? I believe there's too much RNG in Epic 7 as far as the upgrading goes. There's too much RNG. Because when you factor in, you know, you got to get the drops to make the gear, or dropped gear, then you got to go make the gear, and you might make the gear, you might not make the gear that you want. I think that part's kind of silly, like the blacksmith is a bumbling idiot in that game. And then, even if you get the gear you want, and then it has to upgrade properly, you might get the gear with the perfect stats, except for like one thing. and it constantly keeps upgrading the one thing, and then you're screwed on that piece of gear. So, like, that type of stuff I'm not a big fan of, and then I also don't like how long it takes to get 6 stars, but, you know, those are small things compared to... Most people, they bitch about the stamina and the gold in that game. For me, it's kind of a blessing to not be able to play it all day, every day, because I gotta go do other things. But I could understand some people who, like, spend money on the game, and, you know, they're bitching about the summon rates or whatever, that's fine. But overall, I really enjoy the game. It's just a matter of... I usually don't stream it because there's like a ton of... There's some really cool people and there's some other really toxic people in that community, and I don't know why. I guess it's just the way RNG is, because Langrisser, all the toxic people basically disappeared after level 20. Because you actually have to know how to play the game after level 20, you can't just like steamroll everything. It's a joke we always tell, but... Epic 7 though, it's whatever. A lot of people on the channel, they really love the game. A lot of people, they like really passionately hate the game. Like, I'll do a video on Epic 7 and they'll be like, man, this game is garbage, blah, blah, blah. And I'm always surprised how quickly that comes. But that's just the way it is. Some people hate Langrisser because it has the chibi art and whatever else, so... Anyways, guys, I'm gonna do one more video and then I actually gotta go play my games. So, I will catch you guys later on. Peace out.